Hey, good afternoon, JCPS. Hope you had a great week, ready for the weekend. And know we do have a shorter week next week for students and staff, so one more week before we get a little break going into a mini fall break. I know it was a busy week for everybody. It was a busy week here for us at JCPS. Best part of my week, without a doubt, was visiting schools. I got the opportunity to be in 4 schools this week. Without a doubt, best part of my job. I enjoy doing that. I got to interact with teachers and students. So I wanted to thank those schools that opened their doors to me this week. Great House Shyrock Elementary, the Benet School, Hawthorne Elementary School, my daughter's alma mater elementary school. I haven't been back in there since my daughter was in the 5th grade, but it was great to be back at Hawthorne. And then finally, Alex R. Kennedy Elementary School. So great visits. Just love seeing staff and students, and it really brings home the job that we are doing and the importance of supporting teachers and schools. As we all heard and know throughout this week, state accountability scores were released this week. There were some highlights from JCPS, some things that were positive that we want to build on, and obviously a lot of things we need to improve. The most important thing for me is systemic improvement. I know in recent years what we've done in JCPS is taken some of the good and highlight those, and then we've had to hear a lot about the things that aren't going so well. Really want systemic change and build on it so we have systemic and sustained success throughout JCPS. I want all of our employees to know this, our teachers, all of our educators, our administrators to know student outcomes are very important, and we need to improve those student outcomes. And as I say, systemically throughout this entire district, each and every school, every student, no matter where they go to school, and over sustained success over a long period of time. But most importantly, educators, I want you to know that you are not going to be defined by a single test score. I've been in schools many years, and I've had many opportunities to celebrate with teachers and staff around positive test score results, and then also that time where I had to stand up in front of the faculty and talk about those scores that weren't so good. And what I always told the faculty and staff are these scores are not going to define the work that you have done throughout the 17-18 school year. Our teachers, our educators, our administrators work extremely hard every single day. I have the opportunity to be in each and every school. In the near future, we'll have hit every single school in JCPS, and I know how hard people work in our schools, how much passion and energy they bring in each and every day to support students in this district and this community. And I want to thank you for that. We have to make sure that we're focusing on these outcomes and improving them, but we will never let a single test score or the results define the success of our educators in this district. So most importantly, thank you very much, teachers, educators, administrators, for all your work throughout the 17-18 school year. Just highlighting a few positives. Elementary school, we had some great growth in our elementary schools, which really says we're taking students where they are and moving them forward, and that was above the state average, so it was real positive. We reduced novice readers in 101 of our schools. So it really shows the work that a lot of our educators, all of our educators are doing to take students where they are and provide them those skills. Also in middle schools, congratulations to our middle schools for having the highest proficiency in reading and social studies throughout that entire accountability era from 2012 until now. Highest reading proficiency we have had. We know we have to move proficiency. We know we have to reduce the achievement gap. We have to do that systemically throughout this district, and we are going to do that. We believe we have the foundation in place to do it. We also know that we have a number of CSI schools and TSI schools that have been identified that have work to do. We're going to support that for the first time ever in our Accelerated Improvement Office with Level 2 and 3 schools. We'll be announcing those schools in the next couple weeks to really support those schools and make sure that they have what they need in order to make sure our students are successful. So a lot of work to do. I believe the foundation is laid, and we will see great success in the future. Also had a board meeting this week. A big part of making sure we're successful is passing a budget. We did pass that budget, which provides more money to schools. The 1920 budget is going to be significantly different, where we make sure we support our schools in very different ways and our students in very different ways. But we did make sure we had that final budget for the 18-19 school year passed on Tuesday night. Also, thank you to Mayor Fisher and the partnership that Metro Louisville government has with JCPS to provide all these wraparound services for our kids. There's a lot of great initiatives on the table. Louisville Promise is one that not only will provide a scholarship, a 2-year scholarship to every single JCPS graduate, but will provide those wraparound services that are so needed throughout our community. And really, when we lock arms with our Metro government, with our nonprofits like Metro United Way and many other partners, with our foundations, with Urban League of Louisville, with those partners, we will see great success. So thank you very much to Mayor Fisher for being at our board meeting and having that presentation with us. So we know we have a lot of work to do in JCPS, but I'm confident the future is very bright and can't wait to see results in future years. Thank you to all those for a great week. Hope you saw success and changed the lives of students this week. Rest up this weekend. See you next week.